Like most autistic people, I have an intense, almost sexual love for American Psycho, to the point where I even read the book. Now, I know what you're thinking. How did such an imbecile dopamine fiend such as yourself learn how to read? Well, it took me 3 years and several Somalian shillings for my Somalian Zoom wife Khadija to read it to me, but I finally finished the book. Made in 2000, American Psycho is probably the only good thing made by a woman since sliced bread, since filet, since the windscreen wiper. Oh wait, I already did this joke. Shit. Christian Bale plays your run-of-the-mill fit/TV user, sociopathic, defender of Jews,
Cool. Anti-Semitic remark.
and lacks any form of empathy, serving as an opposite to Christian on the functioning levels of autism spectrum. Spending his time working out, at work doing nothing, or hanging out in high-end bars with the buds, only to slowly descend into consumerist madness grounded on the problems sourced from the Industrial Revolution as he tries to fit in with everyone else, but ultimately failing to because of an unfulfilling life with a lack of power process that serves only to destroy any ego or soul. What this causes is him going around killing others to fill a hole, but then he realizes that he doesn't really mean anything. A broken man trying to find meaning, really. Speaking of meaning, the film itself is Fikino, that has since become a cult classic amongst Spurgs, and while there are those that proclaim it as anti-capitalist and a commentary about toxic masculinity, I think it's a lot more simple than that, and a lot less gay. It seems to me that American Psycho is a tale on the detrimental effects that overconsumption of media has on a person, erasing any need for a personality, instead filling the void where religion once took hold with modern pop music and Funko Pops. All the morals, all the laws, everything that he's been taught in life means nothing in a hollow world where people stop at the surface of things. There's a severe lack of meaningful connections to be made in his life, so action is the only thing that can make him feel truly alive. Any of the original shock value has dwindled as every 11-year-old has access to terabytes of ISIS Futur LGBTQIA+ cream pie porn compilations, and our minds have rotted to a sickly cum stain because of our excessive usage of the internet. The film has become more comfy than shocking to me, at least. I pop it on every once in a while to drown out the boredom that I've learned to become afraid of. I think the book is more offensive and entertaining, if anything. It sort of seems like a director's cut in a way, with extra scenes and added character development that the film couldn't really fit in. It reads well, and it doesn't need a Ulysses-esque level of literary knowledge to comprehend. What the film has over it is Christian Bale's performance as Bateman, and the accessibility of sitting down for just an hour and a half instead of sitting down and reading the book for a few days or weeks. There's a scene in the book where Bateman randomly encounters an old college crush of his, and he invites her to a date. For the first time in the whole book, he's actually nervous, and it shows some real emotion, sweating profusely, barely able to speak. He sort of resembles a human for the first time, but the date goes just as well as any of mine. He proceeds to awkwardly pass her a piece of poetry he has written about the African American culture and its positive effect on him and society.
Gotta have them ribs. And pussy too.
She leaves and he kills her. This scene always gives me a hearty chuckle, but that chuckle eventually fades into harrowing memories as I realize that my detachment from reality resembles Bateman's. Good thing I'm not a complete loser. David Foster Wallace, known for writing Infinite Jest and incorrectly applying his Boy Scouts knowledge into practical use, criticized the author, Bret Easton Ellis, by claiming that American Psycho is a simple case of nihilism that's just edgy and cool without any real point to it. Bret never really got to clap back, as the hip teens call it. Or as I'd like to say, calling David a nigger. While I get where Wallace is coming from, I think there's more of an introspection to the work. Whilst it is bleak and fairly hopeless, at the same time I think there's something good to gain from it. You see yourself and your actions in this sad man, and at first you think it's cool and relatable, but as you grow older you look back on it, and you come to realize that you don't want to be alone anymore. You don't want to be so alienated from your surroundings. Feeling numb isn't really that fun, and everyone else is starting to feel like you too. You watch this video and you click on the next one endlessly, or you get back to your social media of choice, filling that void and stopping the feelings from getting in. Whether you like 4chan, Reddit, Twitter, it's all the same really at the end of the day. It's just an excuse to not confront yourself and who you could be. You instead waste days on the internet, expending your youth forever. Break the cycle, abandon nihilism, embrace fit lit.